Hi everybody. Sorry for the late start today. Oh, there's my little firebot going on in there. Hi. Thanks for hanging out today. Yeah, bit of a late start this morning. Sorry about that. But anyhow, today I was gonna do this a bit last week and I didn't really get too into it, but I'm gonna do it this week. And I'm gonna work on some WordPress Playground examples for my advanced query loop plugin. And this is because, you know, whatever. I like my plugin and I want everyone to be part of it. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I don't know. 60% of the time it works every time when I'm talking. I don't know. Anyways. Am I even streaming here? Oh, throw new error. Is that from today? Hello. Oh man, I totally realized I didn't update any of my titles. I went for breakfast with my wife this morning, and we ran late. So, anyway, so I'm working on these examples, right? So for example, I have a little blueprint here that is going to load some content, because what my intention here is to be able to, what do I eat? Contextual query is close, I think. Contextual query is close. Hey, which contextual query? Wait a minute, is this? Oh, Kevin's here. I had a hash. I had like a eggs Benedict like hash. That's what they call it. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, great! It's KevXB.
Oh, Kev's here. Hi, Kev. That was really late. It got delayed. Anyways, Jos Velasco.
Oh, great! It's KevXB.
Oh, yeah, he's saying it twice. Says, hey, contextual query is close, I think. What are we talking about? Are we talking about that pull request? It is very good. Forget about that fire photo. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
so anyways,
great. It's Ryan Welcher codes.
Oh, what? Okay. Apparently I'm announcing when I'm here. Clearly I gotta fix that. I'm not gonna fix it.
Oh, great. It's Ryan Welcher codes.
Give me a sec, yeah. Is this a pull request? So Jos Velasco is I'm here in my own stream. I was testing something. It forgot to take me out of a user role thing. Let me just do that right now, so because otherwise I'm gonna forget. Viewer roles, and I get in here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove myself because that's ridiculous. Okay, save. All right, that won't happen again. I'm sorry, Kev. Yeah. So, anyways, what I'm doing here is I have this little website that I'm using, just like it's just a hosted site somewhere that I'm using to build out stuff. So what my plan is to have all of these sort of like examples. So I'm not allowed to edit that post type. Why am I not allowed to edit that post type? Okay. So that's odd. Let me fix this then. Let me see what that's all about. So do I have a page? All pages? This is what I want. What page is that? Open a new tab. I can't see. Zero. Let's go back to, you know what? I'm gonna go back and do it this way. So the idea is that for each one of these little examples is post action 5. Okay, so can I undo this? So post action is going to be 5 in this case. And if I run this, it should open up a page and it should show me that I've got featured image query. Oh. So my featured images aren't working there. That's super annoying. I'll post. Let's see. I mean, is it being imported? No, it's not. It's not being imported in the media. What the hell? Do I have? Oh wait, where am I pulling that from? Trunk. It shouldn't be trunk. It should be somewhere different. Yeah, that's like. So for those in Twitch, Jos Velasco, these guys have been working towards doing some contextual query stuff, which is pretty cool. This is a fork of my plugin, and so that's pretty neat. is the intention for you guys to upstream it back to Advanced Query Loop? Because I'd be into that. I did just release a new version that includes some contextual date stuff, so you can do date ranges from like last month, last 3 months, last 6 months, and so on and so forth. But this is really neat. I mean, I would absolutely welcome a pull request. You know what I'm saying? I'd be totally into that. Pull request back up to the main plugin. So that's very cool. Always love it when the community's trying to do their thing. They're saying I'm too slow. Yes, they're saying I'm too slow, and I'm not very smart. Which is one of those things is true. I don't know which one. You get to decide which one. Okay, so what was I doing? So I need to get back to my Advanced Query Loop. I think I'm pulling it from the wrong branch. I have this branch that I created called Create Blueprints. And what I need, not that, that's not the link that I need. Blueprints. And here I should have AQL content. So I should be able to pull this raw from that. I will try that. Because what I need to do is import media. And importing media in Playground means that media needs to be hosted somewhere. So I'm going to plunk that right in there. Oh my God, excuse me. Oh, that's so gross. I blame Kevin. So hopefully this is going to go ahead and import that content for me. It took me to the wrong place. That's totally understandable. Let's see what we got in the... Why don't I see media? Oh, because I'm blind. Media? There we go. Okay, so now I think it was post 7 in that particular instance. So, because what I'm doing is I'm setting up a page. The page will have the examples. So this should show me my featured image query with my featured images. I like sharks. And if we look at what AQL looks like, you should it shows you all the settings. So for example, this is like I'm setting up the thumbnail key. So this is only going to query stuff that has posts with thumbnails. So that makes me pretty happy. So that one works. So I think what I need to do is this AQL content is the content from this site. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, so this isn't a site that I'm doing anything with. It's just one of my various. That's awesome. No, I really appreciate that, Joss. For those who can't see, he's just saying that there's going to be a PR after his holidays. I'd love to have a look at it. That would be great. It's something that people have asked for a lot, being able to have sort of like dynamic placeholders. Like I want to do meta query based on like the current post ID. So like the value in here, instead of it being a hard coded value, it could be like current date, current post, current user, whatever, right? And so because those are the kind of meta queries that a lot of folks are doing. I just haven't gotten there yet. So that's where these guys come in, and I appreciate them for it. Cool. So that one's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think what I want to do, so what happened? Does this do anything weird when I import the content, like the settings? It doesn't really show me anything. So it's just post content. So that's good. Cool. Okay, so that one works. I think I just need to update the URL for that. I don't know if there's a way to do this, and I would like to figure it. I'd like to see if there is a way to do it, because what would be great is having partials, and I'm sure I can build something that does it. Like if I go to the documentation here, like Blueprints API. Shorthands, which is kind of a login true. That's cool. Plugins, replaces plugin step. Use. Oh, nice. Site options. Oh, okay. So there's some shorthand stuff now. So instead of having to do like this, you could just do login true, and this basically looks like that. So I'm going to change that in that blueprint that I'm working on here. Where is that blueprint? So instead of this, I'm just going to do steps. It's going to be a login. Where did that go? That's going to make it a little bit easier. Use the copy button for that. And then steps, I guess login is true. It's true. What? Expected double quote by JSON online. Column 17, column 5. That's weird. What am I doing there? Oh, maybe it's might not be. Maybe that's just what I do. Why is this not working? Doesn't make any sense. So it's telling me I should just be able to log in. I should be able just to do that. I should be able to replace that whole object according to these Dockeroos here. But why is that yelling at me? Maybe. Oops. Because it's an object. It's got to be an object because it's setting it up as an object. I think that's the problem. There we go. We'll get that. We'll get this microphone right in my face. So this should still get us logged in, which is what I want there. What? This doesn't seem to actually be supported as much as it says. I'm gonna put this back. I gotta talk to it. I gotta see what's going on there because that doesn't seem to work. This seems to work. So anyways, I guess those shorthands don't work. Maybe the version that I'm using is not working or something. I don't know. But anyways, that doesn't matter. We'll just leave it. So let's start looking at something else here. So what other stuff do we want to do with this? What other kind of cool things should we do? Okay, so maybe I'm going to look at advanced query loop and not support here. The features that have multiple post types. Okay, so let's show how to do multiple post types. So we'll do that. So in my pressable site, I'm going to do pages, all pages. I'm going to do add new page. I'm going to call it. Needs to go away. This is going to be called multiple post typers. I'm going to insert AQL, which, by the way, now it should support this. It doesn't. What version? Oh, because I don't have the plugin installed. Do I have the plugin installed? Let me look. There's the plugin actually installed. Yeah, install plugin. I probably haven't updated it. Oh, that's why. Let's go ahead and update that plugin. Oh, did you notice that I have I did some new branding now? Looks way better in this guy's opinion, anyhow. Okay, so let's go back to my pages and a new page. And this new page is going to be that needs to stop doing that. This is multiple post types. So now I should be able to go AQL, hit return, boom, get an AQL in there. So we're going to go in here, we're going to put pages in there as well, and we're going to go oh, did you ping me on Twitter? I'm sorry. Gotta fix that. Okay. So I'm gonna change this. No, not that. I'm gonna go to this here. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go to toast template. I'm gonna set it to grid, and there we go. So it's a pretty straightforward example. We got multiple post type. We get a additional post types. You know, I'm gonna put attachments in there too. Why not? Let's go up to 15. Do I have any attachments in here? We don't have any attachments. Okay, so we'll just do. What's the topic? I'm just what today? Well, my topic is wrong, but I'm basically showing. I'm just working through building playground examples, but I'm up for whatever. So I mean, if folks want to talk about some other stuff, I'm totally fine with that too. Multiple post types, post on featured image, feature query, or whatever y'all want to do today. Let's put this at 6, and then that'll look a little nicer. All right, and then we'll update that. So this is kind of boring, but it shows how to do additional post types. So try to think how to do this. Oh, lock the inserter for base template stuff program on a post type would allow for inblocks to insert blocks. I might not just funny. Oh, that thing. I'm sorry. I think I did see that. So you can lock a template. So there's this content lock, right? Like if we were to grab, is it this? And you go to lock. What is it? It's so we should, I think it might be in here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, like, so for post types you can define it like a default template. Let's do this. I think what you can do, so in my AQL extension is this plugin doing anything? Okay, so let's jump over, do some more fun stuff here instead. We're gonna totally get sidetracked here, but that's what I love about this. I'm gonna get sidetracked. Let's see if we can figure this out. I'm pretty sure that we can do it. So, I'm gonna just go ahead and update this right now while I'm waiting. Oh my god, all these plugins need to be updated. This is my Twitch streams thing. So there's a content lock. There's a way to do it. In I just gotta find it now. I just can't remember if it's in. Okay. Anyways, let's look at this. So I got my AQL extensions active. Okay. Why not? I did. I had a question in Discord too, but don't want to derail. Yeah, throw the question in there. Throw them all in there. Throw all of the questions. Just do it. Or I'll even highlight the question that we're talking about today. I think this is the question. Spotlight message. That's the one that we're doing. So, okay, I'm just gonna register post type here. I'm just gonna go over to the register post type. Just grab an example out of here. We'll just grab, we'll grab this one. We'll copy this, and this should just this should just register a post type for us. So in our in here, we should be able to see book. So books. Wait, first of all, is this what you're talking about? The base template of a post / content of a post type would allow for. Okay, yeah. So you can define a template for a post type. Post type templates. Oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. There is a way to do this, and I'm trying to remember. There's a hook. This is the hook. That's not the hook. You're gonna add template to it. I feel like I should be able to find this in easier. WordPress Developer Resources. So if I do a search on, maybe it's in the block editor. We'll go post. I'm just trying to remember the hook. Oh God, of course. Oh, if I could ever spell. Template, site editing, post editor, data, context, patterns, edit site, meta boxes, deprecations. So the block locking API might be what you're looking at too. Templates. Ah, this is it. Okay, so we can. All right, so this is one way that we can do this, right? So you can do it in PHP. So when we're registering a post type, you can add, there's a template object, right? So we could literally do something like this, right? And then there's locking. So we can also lock the template, right? So you can lock the template, but you should be able to unlock internal stuff. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, right? So nested templates. If we were to do something like this, trying to remember now. I have an answer? Really? No way. Like one of my answers? Is this it? No, this can't be it. Get out of here. You get out of here. So I have an answer from WordPress. Let's see. Do I have answers? Answers. We have not been that active on here. Well, I can't find it, but if you wanna send it to me, that would be cool. Because this is from quite a while ago. Okay, so block locking. Content only editing patterns or templates. So this is what you're going to be wanting to do. You're going to want to set your template lock to content only, right? So you can do it in a pattern. So if we do something like this, right? Let's grab this. This is from Anne. So we're going to register a pattern, and then we should be able to, I'm just going to drop it in here, right? So this is going to register a pattern. The pattern is going to be called, I guess, custom event. So if we come down in here, where am I? Here, what? Here. So we should be able to go to posts, add new posts. We'll say content locking, right? Let's see what this does. So the pattern, and this is going to be my patterns, and I think this should be one categorized. Where'd that pattern go? Content is going to be buttons. Sure, buttons. Is there a buttons one? Am I just not seeing it? Am I blind? What's going on here? Register block patterns, custom keyword CTA. Yeah, why not? CTA? Oh, I think that's it. Right? Okay. So now, let's look. So I can't do anything with this. I can edit this, but I can't move these blocks, right? So these blocks are all locked. Now, it doesn't mean you can't come in here. I think it means you can, oops, sorry. The lock, let's see, does the lock apply? So right now your group is not locked, but these things are all locked, right? So you can't move these, but you can edit them, okay? So that's going to be something. Now, I think if you come in here and do this and go to lock and you go, you lock them, maybe apply everything, and then you unlock them, you can probably, yeah, so you can get around it that way. But that's a lot of work to do that. So you can absolutely insert that pattern. Where's this thing, right? And every time you insert it, it should come back in locked, right? Where'd that go? In there, right? So now we've got this locked again, right? Well, I mean, you can do the same thing. Like, I would imagine you can do this, right? In your post type template, so you can have it automatically insert, right? But are you doing this in a theme, or are you doing this like in a plugin? Makes it to pattern lock parts of the pattern. You can do the same thing, right? You could. This is a custom plugin. Okay, so I think what we could do here is, sorry, is this in a custom post type or just a standard post type? Doesn't really matter. We can kind of do it the same thing anyways. Let's put shown rest here too. And rest, we'll set this to true. Okay. And then what you can do here is you can turn this into blocks, right? Like you could do template. All right, we can do a template on this. Like there is so if we look at the templating, you could do something that looks like this. So the issue, it's not an issue, but the difference here is like the way that we're doing this, we're gonna have to, this has a CPT, okay, with a CTP. So you're gonna be applying a template that looks something like this, right? So you can, we'll just, I'm just gonna drop my template here, and we're gonna say, I think it's just template, and we're gonna pass template to that. So when you insert a new instance, or when you generate a new instance of this book post type, it should take this template here, right? So we go back to my WordPress site. If I can find the stupid tab, there we go. We're going to books, right? Yeah, sure. We're gonna leave it. I don't care about that. I'm gonna add a new book. And you see, so now it automatically inserted that template for us. So what we can do at this point is we can start converting all of this stuff into their PHP examples, right? So so this is a group block. So we can start by saying core, is it group? I think it's JP group. Yeah, so core group, right? And these are all the attributes. So we can start adding template lock. We'll say content only, right? Align. I'm assuming these are all just going to like they're all just going to carry over, right? And then wide, and then I think, what is this, layout? I'm assuming it's another array of type. We're going to go like type. I don't know if this is going to work. Equals, we got constrained. So it's a bit of work, right? But, oh God. Let's start like doing this right. So template lock, it's gonna be that. We got this, we don't need that as a double quote, just a single quote. Something like this, right? So why is that yelling at me? It doesn't require double quotes, that's why. Put a little comment here, right? I bought some Germans. I brought some Germans that want to learn how to use Gutenberg. He's only complaining about, hey, well, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Next tab, DE. I'm sorry I don't speak German, other than to say Prost. I think that's German. Anyhow, so I think so. So now this should give us a template group with content that's locked. And then I think what we're going to need to do is add, I think it's inner blocks. I'm trying to remember. Let's look at the example. This stuff I always forget. I always totally forget how to do this. Oh, okay. Never mind. So it's just an array. Okay, so the way it works is you've got the name of the block, then you've got any attributes for that block, and then the third parameter is an array of inner blocks. So that's what we'll do here. So instead of doing this, so this is the core group, This is the attributes, right? Which I spelled perfect. I spelled that perfect. And then this is going to be inner blocks. This is an array. My God. For those just joining, this is how I type in every stream, just so you know. Okay, so what's in here then? We got a columns block. Oh no, we got an image block. Do we care about an image block? ID is 501. I don't know. So let's just, you know what? I'm just going to take this in here now, and I'm going to just plunk this in here. Right? It should be an array. And I'm going to just delete this. And so I think if I've done this correctly, what this should provide is a lot of commas. So this should give me a group block that has a heading block in there, but the heading block is locked. So let's add a new book. Now let's look at this. Group heading. Okay. So this should be editable, but it's not movable. So that's how you do it, right? It's true. That is how he types. Throw the error. Get out of here. Looking at content locking features and update. Yeah, so this is the same sort of stuff. This is, yeah, content loading, content only editing, and other locking updates. So what we're looking at is content only editing. Hey, the luck is here. That's exactly the same thing that I was looking in here. So this is some of that same goodness, all that stuff's
oh great,
here.
it's Philip.
it's Philip, and there's also the stuff to do with block templates, right? So let's look at the.
Oh great, it's Philip.
I don't know why it does that twice, but you know what? He's so good. We want to hear it 2 times. 2 times. All right, the kids are starving. Need to switch my dev hat on for chef's hat. All right, do your thing. Well, thanks for hanging out. Next tab, DE. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah. So that's how I think you do it. So what you'll end up doing is registering your custom post type and adding all of this stuff in here. I can't remember how to do it. So it's just going to be a matter of just adding all of your attributes in, right? Like your columns. So it's going to get a little bit nested, but you can definitely do it. Philip, welcome to the show, Philip. Oh my God, my dashboard from just blew up. Just all these people dropped in here. So thank you, whoever's here. Y'all are great. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Cool. So wait a minute. So somebody had a question in Discord. Who was it? Was it throw to error? Was it you? I'm happy to answer whatever question it is. Bad Dude Court, do you want me to push this code up? I guess it's not really sitting anywhere. Basically, there's not too much to it. Yeah, okay, cool. So just use those examples, right? Or those links to the here, and to both these 2 things. Yeah, like you're in the right place. Okay. All right, so what's understand? Just missed a content only arc. Nice. Okay, perfect. So what was your question? Curious, how would you guys go about adding an image caption to the featured image block? I know with a block variation, but lost after that. This is the question. Can you expand on what you mean by like you're lost? Like you want to create a block variation? Or like probably the easiest thing is doing a block variation, but do you want to have your caption? Do you want your caption to always be the same? Because that's probably the way that I would do it. Let's see. Let's start. All right. So I just happen to have a plugin that registers a variation. So let me just see variation. So in my index here, so we could register a secondary, another, it'll be core image, right? going to be, this will have a name. The name's going to be image with caption. With caption. And so, yeah, we'll just do that. I'm just gonna let it, no, I'm gonna let it just auto do all this stuff. I don't care about the icon. I was thinking of making a block variation. Featured image, featured image, but pull the post meta as the caption, or if it's easier, use the caption of the image in the media library. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. You're going to need to do something a little, okay, so I don't think a simple block variation, well, simple. I don't think a block variation, you could do it with a block variation, but then you have to add some other functionality to it. So like, let's look at the featured image block packages and just see what we can do there. I'm just going to zoom this in. So I'm just in Gutenberg. When all else fails, go to the block library. I'm going to look at what the featured image does. Is the featured image just a variation of the image block? Post featured image. Never mind. Where is that? I just saw that. Post featured image. Okay, so let's look at this. So block JSON is going to register use first image from post. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, so there's a few things that you're going to have to do. Actually, there's a few things that you'll have to do. So you can actually do this with a different hook. So if we were to go into, so add action, no, add filter. So the filter, what is it? Render block, and it'll be core, what's the name of this block? Core post featured image. I think that's how that's done. I can't remember how. Okay, so if you just use the render block hook, right? So this will allow you to get access to all of your blocks. Now there's another way of doing this. And where's a good example of that? I think it's going to be my Block Developer's Cookbook. I've got an example of doing that. And it won't be transformed. It'll be, I guess it'll be the slider. So we go into block and I look at here. So render block namespace slug. So this is, oh, I see. Okay, so in this case, it'll be underscore, it'll be core, and it'll be post, should be featured image, right? Oh, come on now. Where'd that go? This is what I want. Namespace, slug, render block, slug. What does that actually look like though? There we go. Let's look at this one. Cancel. I need to open up this one. This will give me a real example of the one I will look at. So in source and render.php. Not in render.php, in this one. So we're gonna look at the. There we go. So, okay. So the way it works is render block, namespace of the block, and then the actual name of the block. So in our case, it's going to be post. Should be this. Post featured image, right? So this. Yeah. Okay. So this is going to register a hook, and I'm going to just add a function here. It's going to take. What's the block, I guess, or no, output, I think. All else fails, just look over here. So it's going to take add the director standard block. This is going to be, so it's got content, block content, and the block itself. So we'll be able to get information about the block and the actual content that's going to be output, and that doesn't need that. You know it does. I need 10. Why can't I type today? 10 and 2. God damn, right? I don't know if I'm going to blame my new keyboard because I'm still not really used to it, but I think that's all I need, right? 10 and 2. 10 2. Okay. So now this is going to return the block content. What's 10 and 2? Oh, okay. So this, all right. That's a great question. So 10 and 2 refers to the priority. So when you register a hook, a filter, or an action, it runs at a certain priority. So if you have, so let's say you have 10 things running on the init hook. There's lots of things running on the init hook. By default, it's always going to run in priority number 10, which is just a number that's just what they picked. And so if you set that number to a lower number, it will run first. So if I had two init hooks running, and one was running at like if I did this and I did this, this init hook should run before this init hook in the context of when it's saying, okay, I'm going to run all my init hooks now. It being WordPress, it should run this one before it runs this one. So that's the priority. The other part is the number of parameters. That's what the 2 means. So for the most part, the majority of hooks only really have, like, they may only have one parameter that's passed to the callback to this, right? So let me just zoom this in. I was totally not prepared for this start today. I apologize. So that's what 10 and 2 does. So I have to put in 10 because I actually want to have 2. What's yelling at me? It's weird. Well, there we go. Because I actually want to be able to get access to both of these parameters, even though like it's passed. A lot of times you don't need, you only want the first one, especially with filters, because the way that filters work is you'll have this thing called apply filter, and this is called.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Elaine Ben02. You're awesome. Filter name, right? And then you're gonna pass thing, like, so this is behind the scenes to be filtered, right? So this is what the majority of them look like. So this is the item. It's like, you know, like data, right? So then this is going to contain this information that's been run through any filter that's been added to filter name. So in my case, it would be like this, right? So this is what's happening behind the scenes. Right, so it gets all this stuff and then it does something with that later on. So, but there are times where, like, so if I didn't care about block, if I didn't need it for whatever reason, and really I don't, in this particular case, I could leave this off and I could leave that off, because by default it's 10. The default values are 10 and 1, right? So I don't need those, but because I need to change this to 2, I also have to add 10, so it gets that. Because you can't skip parameters that aren't defined. Like I couldn't just say I want 2 and just leave that off, because it would say, well, now you're asking to run this on the second, like, priority number 2. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Trying to error? I hope that helps. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, but so I think I do need block here in a minute, but we'll see. And then, so if I need both those things, I need to add my 2 for that parameter. Cool. Nice. Okay. All right, cool. So now what this should give me is, I'm just going to come over here, go into here. I'm going to input the featured image. There we go. So you can see the block is called core featured image. It's got all my attributes, it's got my inner blocks, it's got everything about the block. And then there's no block content being returned because there's no featured image there. So if I stop that, and I think now, I'm gonna publish this. Yeah, publish that. Why not? Let's just go ahead and publish that. If I come over to my, over to my book post, and I set, let's find. There he is. There he is.
Kevin!
Love you, Kevin. Are you even here? Kevin's here. Of course he's here. So now if I were to run this again, if I were to come back over here, Not that one. Sorry, I'm gonna close some of these things down that I don't need. If I just set up my debug here, I run this again. Now you can see, oh, look at that. I've got my block array. This contains all the information about the block. So there's no attributes being passed. There's no inner blocks being passed. There's no inner HTML. There's nothing. And then I've got my block content. So you can see my block content here is, can I make this easier to read? It's got basically a figure class that's passed and all of this stuff, right? So he is, hey, M Mechanic, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so that's gonna spit that out. So what we can do here is we can do some things, right? So we can take our block content and we can go something ridiculous like I'm gonna add a little p tag in there and say Kevin. Almost wrote heaven, which is just like Kevin. Oh God, I got nothing. Okay, stop. So now if I do this, when this outputs, it should have my block content, and then it should have a little heaven p tag thrown out. So let's see what that does. Oh, it may not have worked. Oh, page not found. Test, update. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have to. Probably just because I'm doing this on the books. Let me just go to my permalinks and just refresh those, just in case. We'll go to books. We'll go. Is it this one? Test book. Boom. Heaven. There it is. So I don't know why the featured image isn't showing up there, but it's not. Did I break something? Oh. Is this the one? There we go. If I look at this now, do I get to see? There he is. Look, Kevin, he is heaven. God. Why do you guys come here for this? Why do you even hang out? So that's what I would probably do. I would probably take this, right? But then one cool thing is you could also like you could global like post. I think post is just a thing, right? So now if I were to run this again in this context, I should get post. There we go. So now I got post ID. So now I could say, I could do something like get meta. What were we trying to do? I actually forget what we were trying to do. Post meta as a cap. Yeah. Viewers seem to be increasing. Oh yeah, it's going way up. Am I getting ooh. Did I get rated and I didn't know about that? Well, that's awesome anyways. Something's happening. Something's afoot. It's because I'm an excellent typer. People are coming to see. They just can't believe it. They just can't believe it. So let's... The pick. Oh, Kev? Yeah. No, it's a great pick. It's hilarious. It was me hijacking. No, please. Hey, I'll take viewers. I like viewers. I'm that kind of guy. That's cool. So let's... oh, sorry. You know what? Let me stop. Let me stop my debugging just for a minute. So if you wanted to do this with post meta, you could probably set this up pretty easily. Let's do this in post because I don't think I have post meta set up in here. So I'm gonna go featured image meta, whatever, favicon. Right. So if I put in the post, the featured image in here. Right, and then I'm gonna pick laughing sharks. Sorry, Kevin, you had your moment. There we go. I love that picture. We're gonna publish this. So now if I look at this, now I should get. There we go. So we got heaven, featured image heaven. So this is showing double because of my template. That's why. That's what I have set up. Right. So now if we were to have some sort of so let's go custom. Oh, I'm already showing. Custom field. So let's create a new custom field. We'll call it whatever, image caption, right? And these are laughing sharks. I hit update. I'm gonna grab this, update. I should be able to come in here and say caption equals get post meta, whatever the name of the meta was. Oh, sorry, I need the post ID. So I go post ID, right, and then I want to say true because I only want that thing. So I should be able, if I put this back into debug mode now, refresh this, I should see that my caption is here. There are laughing sharks. There are laughing sharks. They're everywhere. Everywhere. And then I should be able just to do nice and go escape. We'll go HTML. Oh my god, come on. Ish. HTML, and we'll put caption in there. Man, I gotta get used to this keyboard. I gotta type slower, that's all. And we'll get rid of that. And we'll do this. And there we go. So this should give me the proper caption now. Not there though, maybe right here. Right, so these are laughing sharks. So obviously you're gonna need to, oh my god, OnlyFans. Somebody just dropped an OnlyFans link? Yep, we're gonna just go ahead. No one click that link. I'm gonna go ahead and ban you. You're gone. Sorry. Get out. Yeah. I mean, that link is there, but I'm not clicking it. So anyways, so you wanted to add, like, what do you want to add? Like a fig caption? Is that what we're looking for here? What's OnlyFans? Kevin, it's a place where people go and they talk about like ceiling fans, like just ceiling fans, and specifically speeds and rotation, you know, RPMs, rotation per minute. It's a pretty good site. You might just want to go. Make sure you're in a room with all your coworkers too, because they'll. I mean, it's a pretty, you know, it's a good. Yes, Attic Fans. Yeah, WooCommerce e-commerce site. Yeah, so I would, just go there and, you know, ask questions about, you know, the RPMs of certain models of fans. All right, now I've lost my train of thought. What were we doing? Oh, right, you wanted to add a fig caption? Is that, yeah, inside the figure that is output by the post inside that. Okay, so that's gonna be harder. Because you're gonna need, because there's not really any way of parsing that, because it's just string, or it's just markup. Now there is a render block hook. Let's see, pre-render, apply pre-render block. Okay, so in blocks, there's a number of things that we can do here. So the render block hook is a fantastic hook, but there's also different steps or different times that you can do it. So when the render block is called, there's a pre-render block hook. Now anything that is pre-render content. Okay, so what does this do? Short-circuited by returning not null value. Okay, so this is the render block data. And then this is render block context. The block being rendered, an unmodified copy of parsed block as it appears in the source content. And then reference to the parent block. I'm wondering if we can use one of these hooks to kind of get in at a slightly different place. Because where is that render block? Render block does not evaluate. Apply. Add filter. You know, I'm just trying to search for apply. We should have. Block content. Okay, so there's the general one, which is for all render blocks, and then there's this one. So anything prior to that might get us in. Yeah, so we're doing apply for the render block data. So maybe that one might be the one that we want to look at. So the block data one, let's add a hook there, and because what we can do is we can try what was it called? We can try grabbing the data and building out our own because like you could do a lot with string replace. You could do a lot of stuff in there. Like if we look at this, let me just comment this out. And like if we look at what gets returned here, you can see it's built markup, and trying to deal with built markup at that point is kind of crazy talk, right? So like if I copy this value, I can drop it in here so we can see it a little better. All right, I'm just gonna come out of PHP so it formats it. Oops. All right, so you can see we've got this stuff and this stuff and this, right? And basically what you want to do, I think you're wanting to add a fig caption in here, right? Oops. Like you want to do caption, right? Like that, right? Ooh, caption, like that sort of thing. So you could take this and you could rebuild all of this in here. Like we could literally take all of this and do, can you use the HTML parser? You can use the tag processor. The HTML, like the tag processor exists, but I've never seen it used. It's a fantastic case for the HTML API. Once we have like the HTML API that's available for us, this is exactly what you'd want to use it for. Because we want to be able to insert markup. Like so in the example that I was showing for my gallery slider, I use the tag processor like crazy. Where do I use it? Like in here, right? So I'm using the tag processor. I'm looking for a specific tag, then I'm adding more attributes and all of this stuff. This is exactly what this is for. I don't think it's ready yet though. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Yeah, it's so hacky with string replace. You don't necessarily want to do that. So you could, like, you'd be able to build this out, right? Fairly straightforward, I would say. Like if it's like because there are posts like thumbnail equals get, what is it, post? Is it post thumbnail? Or no, get thumb. I can't remember. Get post thumbnail. Like I think that might return. Does that return the data for it though? So what does this take? This takes the post. Weird. Oh yeah. It's probably get attachment image, but if you just pass post in here, I'm now curious. I can never remember which ones we use here. But there's definitely a function, and that function, so post thumbnail is right here. So that's our post thumbnail. Can you see more about it? It's got source set. Looks like it's got everything that we need. So let me grab this value and I'll just plunk it in down here now. So we got the image 102. It looks like it's doing style. It doesn't have that style thing. We can add that, right? So this is in sizes. So it's giving us, looks like it's pretty much the same, except it's missing this style object fig thing. So we could do that, right? So you could literally take this now and you could wrap, you could replace, you take that image, right? We're gonna come out of PHP here. Oh no, we won't. We're gonna want to return this though. So we're gonna go AB OB start, which is gonna start object buffering. Gonna come out of PHP, and then we're going to go back into PHP over here. Now, I mean, there's probably 10 different ways to do this. And honestly, once we have the HTML API, that's what we should be using to do this, right? And then we can just wrap our figure here. And then we'll grab our fig caption and wrap it below here, right? We should be able to just to indent this stuff. A little something like that, right? Oh, we could use this, and then you can use the HTML API to add this style object thing. So we could try that. So let's get this working, and then we'll kind of go from there. Let me grab this. so I think that should work. And then all we have to do here is go OB and clean and flush. We'll do get clean. We'll do that. That should return that stuff. And then I'm just going to comment this all out. So who's this yelling me for? Space in the wrong place. All right, so I think that should work. Let's turn this off and just see. All right, so now let's jump over here. All right, and jump over here and see. So now this should be inspect. We inspect the source on here. We should see we've got our feature, we've got our image, and then we've got our fake caption working, right? So that's a pretty cool way of doing it. So let's get a bit more tricksy here. So now we have our caption, right? We've got our post thumbnail. We could do it this way, but what if we wanted to use the tag processor? So to use the tag processor, I'm going to get my example up over here again, which is because I don't know, I can't ever remember anything. What we're going to do is we're going to need to get the tag processor. Right? So in here, we're going to grab, this is going to be our, we're going to call it markup, I guess, right? So, and then we're going to put that in the post thumbnail. Right? And so we're going to look for a tag, right? So the next tag, we're going to go next tag. We're going to call it, we'll call this image. Image, right? And then we're going to go image. You know what? I'm not going to call that. I'm going to call this tag processor so this is clear because this is what this is. This is the tag processor, and we're going to go tag processor. We're going to call next tag. I should be able to call ing, right? Right. I think that's what we do. Yep. And then we're going to go. So we just want to add it here. So then the next tag is going to be, we're going to go tag processor. We're going to go, is it, God, I can't remember the syntax. Set attribute. Right, set attribute. The attribute is going to be, what did I set that to? Style. And we're going to set it to object fit cover. I think that's what we should be able to do. Oop, no, I think I might have done that wrong. Yeah, sorry, it's not an array. It's certainly not an array. Who invited this idiot to the show? All right, so that should do this now. And then we should have new markup as, oh my God, it's going to be tag processor. And I can't remember what the function is, but this function that basically just grabs all the stuff that we need. Where did it go? Get updated HTML. So that's going to be the get updated HTML call. So when we get down to OB start, we should be able to see all this stuff. Aren't you overriding the? I'm not. Nope. Aren't you just overriding the image, the featured image? No, I'm pulling the featured image from the post. So that's what this line's doing. Sorry. Right? I mean the output. Yes. This, I'm going to get rid of this in a second. But we've already determined, so like behind the scenes, when this is rendering, like we can look and see what this is calling, but I'd imagine it's behind the scenes calling this get post thumbnail or some variation of get post thumbnail to generate this stuff out and then adding some additional CSS or like an additional class, right? So this is what you'll be doing with anything. So like if you want to add that thing, you are absolutely overriding the output of the featured image block because you have to in order to input that stuff, right? So that's what we're doing, but we're essentially rebuilding parts of it, right? Because we want to basically take this markup and plunk it in here, right? Because we don't want to change, we want to change as little as possible, but we also need to be able to get the entry points in there so we can build out what we're trying to do. So what I want to do at this point, I'm just testing to see. Yes, exactly. Sorry, this is not going to be there. We could probably pull the majority of stuff from Block in here. So we're piecing this together step at a time. And let's just see what we can get. So if we look at the the post thumbnail, you can see we've now got this image. So this is the original stuff, right? And now this is the new markup that's now added that style object fit. And here, there's not really a lot that we can get at. Oh, what's this? Attribute, spacing, margin. So where? Ah, see, so there's this thing. So we're gonna need to get that out of there too, right? We need to get these classes, but it doesn't really give us much, does it? Let's see. Is there more stuff passed to the render block? So context this parse block. Oh, there's a third parameter. What's the third parameter? The block instance, the full block including name and attributes, the block instance. Okay, so let's come back over here now, and we're gonna go instance, because it looks like there's a third parameter, and then now remember down here we have to update this to make sure we're getting that third parameter passed to the callback. Is that the button? No, get lost. That's the button. Get out of here. All right, let's see what we got in here now. So let's see. Instance is WP block. Oh, ooh, hello. Attributes. Okay, so these are the attributes passed to it. So I think we can call a function in here called, you probably all know this function, but in our render.php, we've got this little get block wrapper attributes. I think we can do that. So I think we're gonna grab this. I'm gonna start doing this, right? So what this should do is completely break my code. Oh, right. Why is that doing that? Oh, so I haven't closed the PHP text. Right. So now this should give me all of the classes and everything back again. But I'm actually going to just stop this. I'm going to just bring it down here because I want to see. Am I going to be able to see what that is? Yes, I am. I'll be able to see. I get output. I need to capture the output in a variable so I can see what the contents of that variable is. So I'm gonna do this. I wouldn't normally do this because it doesn't make a lot of. It's just an extra variable that I don't need. But I'm gonna go ahead and run it, and then we're gonna refresh this and just see what we get out of here. So output is. Oh, what's this? Getting an error. Our next is array offset, which is type null. Okay, so maybe I can't call that there. That seems no fun. Maybe can I not call it here? Maybe it's too late to call it. Block sports kits. So why wouldn't that work? Okay, let me try this. Attributes. I'm gonna get block wrapper attributes. I don't know if that function is actually weird that it wouldn't work in this context. It's super odd. Let's try it again. Attributes are empty, so that's weird. Let's see what this error is. I don't know what the error is down here. Time, function, memory, blah, blah. Trying to access array offset on type of value null. Okay. Whoa. No, I didn't. I haven't really. My environment's like my work environment's pretty standard. I'm using a theme called Shades of Purple, which I quite like. That's about it. So what? So this is line 98. That doesn't block supports line 98. Okay, so maybe I can't call that there. Well, that's super duper annoying, but we can probably rebuild some of this stuff out. So in the instance, we can get block type, context, Post ID. Oh, we have a lot of stuff available to us. Oh, that's really cool. So we don't even need to be calling these global things, global things. So these attributes, style, array, spacing, margin. So where is that all being added? Margin, bottom. Oh, maybe I need to pass the attributes. Maybe I need to pass the attributes in here. So I think what I need to get is I need to go, let's try this. I need to go instance, and then it's going to be attributes, because it's probably not going to have any attributes in there unless I pass them. Let's see if this works. Holy crap, that would be very cool if it worked. Okay, let's restart this and see if this is going to give me more errors. Attribute, oh Lord, that's not what I want. Parse block, maybe there's no attributes in the parse block. Maybe I had to, okay, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. That didn't do it. So the block has ATTRs. So maybe I'm pulling from the wrong place. Let's just play around with this. This is fun. This is interesting stuff. I don't know what this is gonna do. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm gonna put this class back in here because this is the thing that's yelling at me and giving me grief. So I'm just gonna do this. Fun? It is fun. I love doing this stuff. I love nerding out and doing this stuff. I'm just so glad that y'all are willing to hang out with me while I do it. Block content. So output attributes. That looks empty. Okay. So my output is, oh, that's the get clean thing. Okay. So attributes is empty. So maybe that's not what I want. So block. I need to like parse them or something. Instance. So that doesn't seem to want to be doing that. So
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Oh, thanks for Danny Molo. Thanks for the follow there. Huh? Okay, I get it. So what I need to do? You know what? Let's go look at the block. Let's go look at the block because the block is doing this in some way, right? So I look at the index.php of this block. Let's see. This is doing a lot of stuff. Oh look, get the post thumbnail. That's what this is doing. So this is doing a lot of stuff behind. Oh look, it's using that. It's using the same thing that we're using. So yeah, render core block featured image attributes content and block. Okay, so but there's no post ID. That's pretty smart. Context post ID. Okay, is link attributes get core block featured image border attributes. Scale, attribute scale. So, okay, so we're gonna need to be redoing a lot of this in order to kind of do this, which is not great. Not great, because what we really want to do is I don't want to have to rebuild all this crap. What I want to be able to do is just basically use the HTML API. Does it even exist right now? Does it even exist right now? Let's see. Come on, where's the file? Where's the file? I want to go in there. I want to go there. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Token text replacement. I think there might be some stuff in 6.6 that's coming. I'm pretty sure that there is some good stuff in there. Let's go. Did I open up that what's new for developers? Yeah. So let's see. Log creations in RTP and STP. No other noteworthy changes. Okay. We might need to look in make.wordpress WordPress.core.org, and then not in that, but I want to search for HTML API. There's definitely been some stuff coming for the HTML API. There we go. Updates to the HTML API in 6.6. I think this is where we're going to be doing some of this stuff. Now, I don't know if this is going to be create fragment. Well, get token. Oh boy. Expect closer. Okay. There's a lot of really good work. I don't know if we're going to be in a position yet to basically be like, I want to insert something here. I'm not sure if we're there yet, but this is going to be super cool stuff. So in the meantime, we're I think we might be a little bit stuck with kind of how we have this going on, but it doesn't mean that we can't, try to minimize the amount of junk that we got to deal with, right? So we can go back and kind of steal what they're doing here. So there's like a get post. Where did that thing go? Where did the first thing go? Core is link. Okay, so house. Then we got so size slug and attributes. Where's that coming from? Yeah, it's going to be so cool. I mean, the tag processor allows us to do things so easily and consistently and reliably, and it's fast. Like fast. I was talking with Adam Zielinski at an internal meetup that we had, and I was doing something. I have this slideshow presentation. Is it the slide? Yeah, I have a slideshow presentation, that I've been working on, and I just want to show you the. You hear my dog losing his mind in the background there. If you look at the presentation. So I have blocks that contain blocks that may contain 1 million blocks, and I'm doing this thing where I'm looping through every instance of the presentation slide block, right? Then I'm setting a bookmark for that particular slide. Then I'm adding some attributes. I'm incrementing a slide counter. Then I'm, for each item inside of that, which could be up to 1 billion, doesn't matter. Like I'm adding a class to a particular item called talking point. So when I hit the arrow, it fades in, fades out, stuff like that. So I'm doing a while loop through every single possible instance inside that one slide. Then I'm jumping back and doing another slide. Like I'm doing so much stuff, and I was a little concerned about performance. And I showed Adam this code. Him and Dennis Snell are like the main guys behind this stuff, and he said, yeah, that's fine. It's going to be so fast. It's part of it. The HTML tag processor is part of the HTML API. So the tag processor, what it allows you to do is find a tag and add an attribute to it, basically, right? Which is what we're doing here. This is what the interactivity API uses. So behind the scenes, it looks for things, and then it's able to go in and use this add attribute to be able to do that stuff. To add the things that it needs. Like I'm adding stuff from my custom store here and all of that. But they said that they ran the HTML processor on the tag processor on like a HTML file that was like 2 or 3 megabytes. That's a huge file, and there was no performance hit at all. So kudos to those guys, because they did some amazing stuff in there. Can't remember why I'm telling this story now, but I am, and you're with me. No, because we know where the tag is. Huh. Oh. You're a good story, Kevin. Don't you start with me. You know what? Now you've got me thinking. Let's try something. I don't know what this is going to do. Let's see. So we just want to be able to grab the block content. Let's see what I can get. So if I go block content and I get the next tag, and then I pull the content out. What if I were to do just the image? I have no idea what this is going to do. So what I'm hoping is that once I get that, then I call get updated HTML, and I should get everything up to that. Right? And then we'll just need to close the figure tag. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, I'm taking bets. Will this work? All right, whatever. I'm not gonna do a poll. Let's see what this does. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's do this. Kevin, are you ready? Let's see what we got. No, it's not gonna work. It's getting everything. It's getting everything. What work? Well, I was wondering if, as we're processing through this, but now this makes a lot more sense. Anyways, let me explain what I think is happening here. So my original thought, well, not my thought, it was Throne Mirror's thought, that when we got to the next tag, that we could basically, because we're parsing through the HTML, right, that we'd be able to, I was thinking that we'd be able to maybe just retrieve the markup up until you fell asleep. For my story, did my story put you to sleep? Because I'm gonna summon. There, I've summoned you. Wake up. But this makes a lot more sense because this is not jumping. This is not iterating through in the sense of like the process. Like the processor is just scanning all of the stuff that's in there, and then it's allowing us to target tags and like tags basically, and then add and remove attributes. But then when you call updated HTML, it gives you everything with your changes on it, not parts of it. So that's not going to work, unfortunately. But what I want to see, so that's a bummer. That is a bummer. So when we're outputting the figure, wrapper attributes, where is wrapper attributes coming from? Get block wrapper. How is it being called inside there, but I can't call it get block wrapper attributes? Am I not? Weird, man. Oops. I don't think I can call it in that context. Let's see this one. The attributes are empty, so it's not getting that. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. So this doesn't work. This gets us the new markup, but it will allow us to basically take this new markup, right, and replace this. Right, and then we're going to be able to do the markup there. Should be so the WP Kisses post function will allow you to escape anything that's not allowed to be in a post, and all this stuff will be in a post. Yep. That's the same as doing this. You can also target things by class, but that does the same thing as this. As this line here. Oh, actually, this is going to be wrong because we need to insert that markup there. So if we were to build this out, we'd need to have post thumbnail in there, and that should work. That'll give us the thing that we're looking for. Woo! Oh, I gotta stop that. And oh, no, I'm just gonna stop this. So this should output everything that. Oh, lordy. Oh, what am I? Oh, this is not what I want. So I clearly can't call that there, which is very strange. And the markup doesn't really help us much. Oh. We do need to add. We need to add this. So I think that's what we're wanting to do there, and then we're gonna put then we're gonna put the post thumbnail up there. But we need the new markup. That's how that's gonna work. All right. What is yelling me here? I don't know what's yelling at me there, but something is. Oh, why is my dog yelling at me? He's barking at somebody out there. So actually, I'm not even using the block content. I don't need to pass any of this stuff. I can just get rid of this. And that should work. Oh, this is probably what it is. That's what... It wasn't actually firing out an error. It was literally outputting the junk that I'm trying to do. So this is doing what we want. This may not necessarily work the way that we want it to in the long run, because I think if you were to add classes and everything to this, it's not like if we were to come into here now and go into advanced and add like another class, right? Update this. Why is that yelling at me? Oh, I think there's like, I gotta get rid of all this. There we go. So then if we look at this, I don't think the class is going to get plunked out because we're hard coding it. No, so there should be another class added there. So in this case, I'd like to figure out how we can get all the classes, and we might just have to, like, you know, might just have to handle it ourselves. We might just have to do that. Oh, of course I'm not passing. No, I'm an idiot. So we want block content and then the block itself. And then this is going to be 10, 2. So what do we got? That doesn't give me any. Weird. So this is going to be the instance of the block. Can you guys hear my dog barking? He's losing his mind right now. I'm making me lose my mind. Instance, WP block, parse block, available, end block, attributes. There's a bunch of attributes in here. So those aren't really things I care about too much. Parse block. So where do the stinking class names come from? Oh, what is interesting though is we can actually get from the instance, there is some context in here, so we don't need to necessarily global this anymore, which is kind of cool. So we could say like post ID is instance, right? I think it's context. Oh wait, no, is that an array? No, context, and then it'll be whatever it is. Context. This will be post ID. And I think this will give us the post ID that we can use, right? So then we can pass this into all of our get things. And we should just be able to run this now on post ID. It's right there. So we should be able to pass post ID in here. And I think this will work as well. I can't remember. We'll refresh this. We should still get everything that we need. So the caption, where's the thumbnail? Yep. So now we don't need to globalize this post variable anymore, which is nice. Don't need to pull that in. We still have to do this, which isn't great, but it works. But once we have sort of like the HTML API a little bit more fleshed out, this is stuff. this stuff is annoying. So we should be able to get access to some of these things, like to the extra classes. We should be able to get that. I just don't know where it's stored. So like, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. There's just a style attribute in there. Instance, parse block, content, available context, registry, attributes. So this is what you would want if you want to. Oh, I wonder if we could use this to set that up. Oh, that's interesting. So you could do, what are we calling this thing? This is the scale, right? It's going to be, wherever we got that from. Instance attributes, and then attributes is array called, and it's going to be scale, right? Right, so I think now we do this, we should be able to, or maybe I'll do it like proper, use the, oops, come on. Should we do this now, go scale. I can never remember now. Is it that? I think it's that for PHP. So that's just going to replace that scale in there. So now let's refresh this. And now what that'll do is if we make any changes to the, here's the new markup. Cover, right? That's what we wanted. So now if we come in back into our, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go up to here. This should work. So now I think if we come in here now and we change, where is that? Oh, maybe we can't change it. Oh, we can change it. Maybe you can't change it in there. I think maybe with an image block you can. Let's grab this one and see what the options are here. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe. Anyways, that's coming from the attributes. So it's always good to add that stuff from the attributes as opposed to hard coding all this stuff. We know it's always going to be a figure class. The only thing that it's going to be annoying is this. We know that's going to be there, but I just don't know where we get the rest of the classes from. Like I'm not seeing where those come in. The block doesn't seem to have them. Right? Oh, right there. Class name, attributes, another class. Okay, so that's cool. That's pretty cool. So we can also do that in here. Oops. We'll go back into PHP. We'll go echo. We're going to go escape. Escape class? Is there? Class? No, it's attribute. Escape attribute, and we're going to go instance attribute. No, what is it? Instance attributes class name. Okay, so we'll go instance. We should be able to do this, and then class name. And let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this and see what in the heck. Oh, that's what it is. So let's just stop yelling at me. Okay, that's fine. So now we should get our custom classes added back. Stop this. I'm going to test this in here. Undefined array key. Oh, okay. I must have just called it something wrong. Let's see. Instance attributes. That's not where. Parse block. What? Am I blind? What the heck? Oh, class name. Sorry. Duh. Class name. All right, so let's stop this. Now I should be able to get that there. It's really weird. Yeah, the get block at wrap that doesn't seem to work in this context. That's so strange. I'm just gonna do this. This is so ugly, but I'm just gonna check for this first. Because I have a feeling it gets in there. It doesn't get in here. Maybe I didn't save it. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I haven't saved it. Weird. It's not saved. Let me maybe I need to call it from a different place. Let's see. So when here attributes. So it's just got that, but watch this. If I step over, comes back. Now it's got class name. That's so strange. So the block instance has got it, but does the instance, this thing have it? Attributes. It has both. That's weird. Yeah, it's super weird that that's happening. Maybe I should call it from block. Oops. Clearly it's there. We're all seeing this. I wasn't drinking at breakfast. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. What the deuce? What the deuce is right? What the deuce? Okay. Well, I keep updating this. It keeps wanting me to update it again, though. It says something's afoot. Something's weird. Yeah, it's not getting those classes at all. That is so strange. Okay. I gotta dig into this. There's something up here. Something is up. It's like it gets processed twice, but I don't know why it's being processed twice. That is so strange. So strange. Cool. Well, it is this afternoon, so I gotta kind of jump off here. But I hope this has been helpful. Throw new error. Is this helpful? No class on the figure? No, there is, but I'm hard coding it. Yeah, basically the issue is that the class is not getting spit out. It should be getting spit out here. You see, there is an empty string in there. It's so strange though, because when I run it, I see the class coming through, which is super strange. Super strange. Super duper strange. Like, no, this is how I feel about Kevin. All right, so this should say yes. So see, it's got no class. So it's telling me that that's not set. It's not set there. It's not set. Anyhow, I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't know. What do I do here? Oh, no, I don't need that check. Let's go changes. Yeah, is set is false. Yep. So this is saying that's not set, right? But it's weird because can't leave it till we get it. Well, the problem is when I run my debug, right? And I come over here and I refresh it, the block has attributes, but it doesn't have that attribute. But then when I step through to the next one, all of a sudden, hey look, it's got all this other stuff on top of it. So it's being processed twice. And I don't understand why it's not working. I have an idea. Max int, no, int max. We're gonna run this super late, like after everything. And we're gonna see if that opens up a new thing. Doesn't seem to matter. It's almost like it runs it twice. So we're gonna go there processing it. And we're gonna run, stop, run. So the block comes in, it's got the name, got all this stuff. The instance, like, has the exact same data, the attributes array, it's got all this stuff. But then I'm now stepping through. I'm like basically saying, okay, you hit that breakpoint, now go to the next breakpoint. Now it comes right back to the same one, and now it's got all of my extra information, which is weird. So it's so weird. And is it doing the same thing in here? No. The other thing too is the block content's got this bottom margin and all that stuff added to it. So there's a lot going on here that I need to get access to, and I don't know why I'm not getting the access to it. I'm gonna have to figure this out because this seems weird. Seems super weird to me. No, it's not. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, the data that's I've got this thing running, like, let's run it on the first filter, but I don't think that matters, because what's happening is it's being run twice. Like, this code is getting run more than once, because this breakpoint wouldn't be called 2 times in a row, right? So boom, the first breakpoint. Now I've got my attributes, I've got my style, spacing, margin. So this is something that I need to get on there, and then I step through the next one. Now I've got a different set of attributes that are coming from some of the stuff that I've added, right? So it's super weird, super weird. Right, and then when I just keep stepping through, I don't get the class that I've added. I know that there's like 2 renders that happen on the page. I think that might be part of it. But there has got to be a way for us to be able to, like, I don't know if we're supposed to be acting on this stuff. Like, this hook might be firing too early. Like, there is another hook that we had in here, right? There's this hook call that runs before that. Sorry, not that one. Where's that one? Is it in this one? Oh, I think I had a different file open. Block sports? No. Oh, it's blocks, I think. So we got render block context, render block data. Render block data might be the one that can give us the information that we're looking for, but I don't know. This feels super weird to me. Like, if I just and run the same hook on here. I don't know what that's going to do. It's probably going to break everything, but let's just see. So in here, you mark up attributes. It's got, yeah, no, that's not what I want. That's definitely not what I want. Block content. This is the template that it's giving me, which is doesn't seem right at all. So this is definitely not what I want. Okay, well that's not right. Actually, let me try that again. What is going on here? Yeah, that's giving me the completely wrong context. I don't really, ultimate instance, render block contents, pre-rendered block. Let's see what that is. So this is nothing parse block and parent block. So let's go in here. We'll put this in. I'm just toying with things now. So the block it's giving me all sorts of weird information now. This keeps running. Oh, because this runs in every single block. That's the thing. I need a block name. I need to know what the block name is. I need to, yeah, okay. It's kind of dumb. So block, I should have block name. So I should be able to say if, in this case, if I say if block, is this an array, right? Not equal to core. It's going to be post featured image. Right, I'm just going to return block. That does. So I should be able to rerun this now and it'll skip anything that's not. Okay, so that's not even happening. Let's try the next one, render block data, parsed block. So put this in here. The reason I don't need to do this check with this hook is because this hook only runs for this particular one. If I could do the exact same thing but just with render, like that would look like this, render block, and in that case you would need to run this, but we don't need to do that. So is this not even running? What's going on here? Stop. Stop. Okay, it's just not even running. It's just not even running. All right, well, I'm at a loss right now. I'm gonna have to talk. I'm gonna do a bit more digging and figure it out. I have this tendency to figure it out about 10 minutes after I get off the stream, but I don't know, because this is running, but the information is getting some weird stuff. So what is that now? So that's just gonna work now? No, still not working. Very hard to run PHP when you're in HTML. That's it's a pro tip, folks. All right, I'm just gonna do a var dump of this. I just want to see what ends up in the attributes when this comes out. Attempt to read property attributes. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I gotta go. What? Let's just dump out the whole block. Let's just dump out the whole block and do a bunch of syntax errors and break everything. Let's do that. Let's do the break everything part. What the deuce is this? What? Oh. See? Break everything, right? You break everything. There we go. Core inner block. So yeah, so this doesn't have. Oh my god. Do you know why this isn't working? I'll give you one guess why it doesn't work. Does this one work? No, it doesn't work either. Okay. But I know why there's two of them now, because the page has got two of them on it. Because my template has got two of them on it, because I'm an idiot. Let's see. Let's just see. Is that the featured image? That's probably the featured image. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that. Nope, not that. This. I'm just gonna get rid of this right now. That's why it's running twice. Yep, that's exactly why it's running twice, because I'm a dope. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, so now we've got, this looks right, but let's just see, inspect, and now, but still not getting the class, so that's a little strange. So block name, attributes, metadata. Okay, so I'm accessing it incorrectly. Oh my God, we're almost there. We're almost there. So it's attributes. What's it called? Okay, so block name. So block. First of all, I have to access block. It's not attributes. It's ATRs. Block is going to be an array. It's ATRs, and it's what, class name. Right. I already have that one. I'm just going to do this. That'll work. So it's gonna just make it an empty string, but the other thing I need to do is I need to do explode here, I think. Comma, and then this is gonna, no, I don't want to explode. I want to do string replace. Right, I want to look for that. I want to replace it with this space. Oops. And we're going to do that. I'm sensing, my spidey sense is telling me that there is a helper function somewhere in the WordPress space that will do this for me. And I think this is what I want. Whoop! Up in there. Array to string conversion. What the hell? Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. Does it say, am I supposed to add that? I can never remember. With spaces, duh. So I shouldn't have to do that at all now. I shouldn't have to do any string replace. Thank you for that. You're totally right. Now this is definitely not, oh, and I also completely did that wrong. But this is pretty vulnerable. You probably want to fix that a little bit better. So there we go. Featured in another class, testing. Okay, so that works now. Oh boy. And then metadata, which I don't think I need what the names for, but anyhow. Okay, so that did it. So we figured it out. It was mostly user error, almost entirely user error. I just want to test something. If I grab this now and I update this, should have no strings, no classes. It still works. It does put an extra. Does? what. Yeah, put some extra space in there. It's fine. Cool. Okay. Well, we kind of got it. Kind of got it figured out. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you. We need to do a mission success. Where's the channel wars? Let's do this one. All right. Oh, what is it? Oh, my stream. Moments overlay. It's gone. Oops. Let me show that one. Okay. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me today, folks. Appreciate you all equally. If you want this code, I can put it somewhere. But I think you get the idea of what we're trying to do here. But yeah, anyways, awesome. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today, and we will chat. Lights didn't go off? Do you have enough channel points? You want to try now? Did you redeem it, Kev? Public chat. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you can't. Oh, you redeemed it and you can't do it? Well, there you go. I think that. Oh. Huh. Weird. Okay, well, that maybe, I don't know, maybe things didn't. I can only do it once. Yeah, I know, because you know, with great power comes great responsibility. We're turning my lights on every 2 seconds, but that's okay. That's okay. So anyhow, maybe Kev, I'll let you do it a couple times because you put up with my constant abuse. But cool. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go. But thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Actually, before I let you go, I am gonna see who else is streaming. Let's just see. Who can we raid today? Boom. Let's see. Who's raiding? Who am I following? Is nobody? Who's this? The Primogen. Y'all want to follow? Yes, please do it when I'm super stressed. It'll actually make me laugh and yell at you a little bit. Is anyone that I know actually streaming here? Let's see. No, just the Primogen. So do y'all want to? Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Anyway, all right, we're not gonna raid anybody. I'll talk to y'all later. You guys are great. You gals and girls and people and dudes and dudettes. Find someone new. There's nobody streaming right now. Like, I follow a bunch of cool coder people, but nobody's streaming right at the moment. I gotta turn this off for a minute. So the only person that's streaming. I highly recommend going and checking out Wama Codes. He's my compadre here. What's it called? Wama Codes. Go check out Wama Codes. He codes. He just started streaming, but he's doing it in Spanish. And I don't know. Anyways, let y'all go. I'll talk to you soon. You're all the best.